Potted plants are a great way to dress a patio or balcony, and you can grow loads of different plants in pots, but it is worth keeping in mind that plants growing in pots will need a higher level of maintenance than those that are able to grow in the ground. And that's because the roots of the plant are confined within the pot, and that means that they can't sort of reach out into the surrounding soil looking for nutrients and water. Effectively then, they're sort of almost reliant on you to do that. So that's why the number one job for maintaining pots, hello Spike, is to water them. And that's the most essential task. Ideally, if you can, watering early morning or late afternoon is best, because that's when you lose less through the heat of the day. And I always water my plants really well, so I don't just do little and often. What I tend to do is really, when I soak them, I absolutely soak them until you can see all the excess water running away from the bottom of the pot. And then I tend to wait until the compost gets quite dry again before repeating the process. And that way, what that does is, if it's wet all the way through, the roots are drawn down and encouraged to grow deeper. So effectively, you're going to be a much happier plant. If you water little and often, you're going to get lots of surface roots, because that's where the water is, and it's not going to be, in the long term, a healthy, happy plant. So once you've got the watering sorted out, then the only other thing you've got to do is feed them. And there's lots of different fertilizers you can use. And depending on the plant, some are fussier than others. You know, acid-loving plants will need a fertilizer with additional iron, but generally most are quite happy with a general purpose fertilizer. And because I want an easy life, I tend to use a granular fertilizer, which is slow release. So all I need to do then is just apply it in the spring and maybe early summer, and that'll see the plants through for the whole season. And that's it basically, but do be aware they need that extra little bit of maintenance. They'll still need, you know, flowering plants will still need deadheading and the general care that you would give them in the garden, but watering is essential, and feeding as well.